Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at TechTrader.com. It's Wednesday, February the 7th. These are the charts of the day. And start off by saying the market had a nice, what I thought, nice action today. Closed well, finished up. Despite some of the questionable technicals in the morning, they did recover. Let's start off with AZEK, which had a big breakaway gap. We traded that well today. It jumped from 41.87 to 45.83, finished 45.35 up, 5.75. 14.5%. Volume was the heaviest we've seen all year at 5.8 million. Looks like it could extend to the high 40s, maybe 50. Blbd had a strong report after hours and exploded to 37 and change, then pulled back. I like this overall chart a lot. I think the stock could be 50 bucks. This inverse head and shoulders that we spotted back at the end of 22 certainly has panned out as this stock bottomed, ran, consolidated, and now it's ready for another leg up. It's in process as we speak. Should or could take us to, in the $50 range. CAPT may be overly extended here as it recently ran from the wedge that broke out at 330, more than doubling to 792. Today's action up 70 cents for 10% on thin volume, which because it's a thin stock. It's hard to say whether this stock is at a peak that needs to be given some respite, or the momentum can extend this one to get near double digits. CFLT broke out too today, first through the declining tops line and then up to lateral resistance. The next target would be 32, and maybe we can get to 35.6 near term. COHR with an explosive move, and then it followed through the day. I had decided I'm not waiting any longer. The stock looks much higher. I got a target of 68.9 and then 75. Little CRNTs, a tech trader swing, it broke out of a falling wedge the last couple of days. It's moving again, but the key is getting to this base pattern and heavy overhead resistance just under 3. Once you see that, looking at 3 3/4, 4.5, and eventually, I think 6. CRTO exploded. Beautiful day trade today. This one popped from 26 to almost 33, trading 32 and change after hours. Beautiful chart today. I think it can extend to 35, my next target. Imnm continues to run, is a little extended, but momentum is very strong. If it does go further, 28 would be your next target. LAES, the junior semiconductor with a rounding bottom, popped out, pulled back and tested, now it's running again. The targets are 5 and 7.5. Liquidia at the top of a long-term channel. I want to note that, but today it had a nice day up 103 or 7.6%. If momentum extends this one, we could see 16. OSCR. Well, it's been beautiful since it bottomed back in June of last year in a $2 range. Now, 8-fold increase, and it doesn't look done yet. Today's pop, 293, 21%, 4.3 million, target 22.3. Pltr had a spectacular 2 days. In the last week, it's gone from 16 to 20, almost 24. Today's pop from 21 to 23.87, and closing or finishing trading at 23.47 after hours, up 161, 7%. My target was 24.5. We may get there tomorrow. POWL, which we had a swing trade on when it broke out in July, took months to consolidate and base before breaking out last week. Look at this run up. It's now moving from over 100 to 137.85 today. My target is 150, 175. Roblox popped to key overhead resistance, but it's now on the verge of potentially breaking out of a 2-year base pattern, which could lead to a move that I think tests 55 short term. SONO broke out on a strong earnings report out of a 2-month coil and spiked 15.8% at 260. It traded 10.4 million shares, which is very heavy for that stock. And now I have a target at about 22. TOST in the software group broke out of a flag pattern today, but jumping 90 cents or 5%. 6.6 million traded. I think if it gets through the spike high we saw recently at 1994, we might see 22 and 24. TREX broke out of a consolidation pattern with a breakaway gap, jumped 728 or 8.75% at 2.5 million, and is at the highest level we've seen in a couple of years. Next target would be around 94. ULCC, that's Frontier Airlines, popped and broke out of a base. Now looking for a test of 7 3/4. And finally, XPO Logistics, one of my favorites, if not my favorite transportation stock, has been phenomenal since April when it was trading in the 31 range. Today exploded 18.20 or 18.5% to 116.25. I have a target now at 148.50. That's a look at some of the hot stocks at detectrader.com. Good night, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.